Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it turns out that, shocker, Hasbro is using AI to help design toys. Shocker.
Are they gonna have weird faces or like extra fingers or?
I don't know. So they're using AI to help design toys, but then Chris Cocks is going out of his way to assure D&D and Magic fans that they're not going to use AI in D&D or Magic.
But they did before, and
yes,
they
did
caught,
before,
and they got in trouble. Is this like a case of they actually learned, or is this a case of like, oh no, we're not doing what you totally could see us doing? Look over there.
I believe 100% they're already using it. They're just not telling people they're using it because they don't want to deal with the backlash. I don't. And honestly, the average consumer, as long as it looks good, is not going to care. The people that care are the people on Reddit, and those people are already pissed at him because of the Harry Potter license.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever. He's probably like, yeah, whatever. We got to do what we got to do for maximum profit. So, before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
I think this is kind of funny. This is making the rounds on X. All the different Magic Universes Beyond sets. We've got Pawn Stars, Cheers, MASH, Three's Company, Golden
Feels
Girls.
like it.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. But look, they're producing an awful lot of product. So I guarantee you they are using AI to some extent because it is a lot more efficient than artists. Although
And the cards are cheaper already to begin with than doing toys.
Right. As long as you have a license for the characters, print away. That's what they're doing.
Pretty much.
So this comes from Deserto. We'll talk about them using AI to design toys. So Optimus is designing himself, apparently. I don't know. Hasbro CEO reveals company uses AI versions of Peppa Pig and Optimus Prime to make products now. What? The company is using artificial intelligence models based on its own characters, including Peppa Pig and Optimus Prime, to help design new products. The executive explains that internal teams have trained custom AI models using Hasbro's intellectual property, allowing designers to generate concepts and visualizations much faster than before. That is actually the best use of, I think, AI right now in the creative space is like previs. Like, hey, we can crank out like 10 or 20 ideas in a couple of hours, pick the best one, and then do a final.
See, I think that's probably what it's going to be used a lot for, like even for shows and animation. It's just here's our parameters, like what could we do, and then it'll come up with ideas, and then from there, because you're not going to want to design whole cloth, because a lot of times it's not, at least at this point in time, and I don't think it's good enough to do that. You're still going to want people, because it might look good on a computer, but it's not actually something that translates well into play.
I'm trying to think it designs a transformer that is completely mistransformed.
Yeah. The Transformers, though, could you imagine? I mean, I always thought it was so impressive, the amount of thought that had to go into them to begin with.
Oh, the new ones especially. I mean, that's one thing. They are made out of cheap plastic, but the transformations are ridiculous.
The thought process behind it blows my mind.
So according to Cox, the company's design teams now have access to a suite of the latest tools from basically every major company, alongside models trained specifically on Hasbro characters and brands.
Wait, so they have we basically went and got all the tools from all the different AI companies. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, so like Chat and Google and yeah. So they can pay for it. They can afford to pay for it. And
now, they did say they trained them specifically on their own stuff.
Yes, and
not
that is a thing.
True or not, I don't know. But if they did, then I have less problem with it.
That is a thing you can do, and that's where I think, again, that's where all this stuff is going to go, is you're going to basically have your own personal assistant or a company assistant that helps you with stuff. I think that's what Disney's trying to do. Right now, people are like, just henpecking prompts in the Chat GPT. That's not what this is going to be used for. Eventually, it's gonna get good, but I think we're gonna have guardrails, and you can only use it for your own stuff, allegedly.
But will there be jobs gone because now you don't need as many people?
Well, they've already fired a bunch of artists. I mean,
so is that why?
I 100% believe what went down, because this would have been like 2023, 2024 when AI was starting to be a thing, and this is when they got busted using AI for ads. I believe they probably told their team that we're going to start using AI, and if you're not okay with it, there's the door, and some of them opted for the door, and some of them got pushed out the damn door because Chris Cocks is like, this is just the way it's going to be. And that's like they've got the people within Wizards trying to complain about Harry Potter now. I can guarantee you when that new show drops, Chris Cocks is going to be like, yeah, we need some Harry Potter magic cards. Do it.
Probably.
If you don't do it, we'll have the robot do it.
Yeah, they're saying now they're not going to do that, but sure they won't.
I don't believe them for 1 second. It's too efficient to not use to make maximum profit, especially when you're cranking out every damn licensed whatever as a card set. Cox added that with more development time available, designers can go further by programming the personalities of specific characters in the system so they can act as collaborators. Yeah, that's what I want is Peppa Pig tell me what to do.
That'd be hilarious though, wouldn't it though? Is they gonna look at you like they always do with the way their eyes are? Are they gonna turn their head?
know, right?
Are they always gonna have their head turned like that? Are they gonna look at you straight on? I mean, look at me when I'm talking to you.
I know, right? Wow, they'll say that's authentic. That's not authentic. So we have Peppa Pig co-design Peppa Pig products with us. Optimus Prime is going to co-design Optimus Prime Transformers products with us. Oh my God.
Ironically, Kneon has a computer that's called Optimus Prime.
All of our, so we have multiple waves of computers. All of our office computers originally were named after Transformers. So we had Optimus, Megatron, Starscream's my very loud laptop.
Yes. It's very loud.
Cyclonus because it just gets hot. I don't know why.
Mine were named after
She-Ra.
I had She-Ra.
Swiftwind.
I had Synergy.
Synergy. Yeah. And then the other computers are named after Power Rangers. So my main computer at home is actually the Green Ranger now.
That's true.
The company has used these character models in other creative ways inside the offices. Cox explained that AI versions of Optimus Prime and Megatron are used as interactive DJs in the main hall of Hasbro's HQ.
What?
What
does that even mean?
They're two of the DJs we have in the main hall of our office where people can ask them to play songs.
Are you kidding me? Oh, wait, they're serious?
Yeah. Why is it not?
Part of me is like, that's cool. And part of me is like, that's really stupid. But part of me is like, that's kind of cool.
Why is it not Soundwave and Blaster?
That's a very good point.
You know, I mean,
you know what? If you're gonna do it, okay, tell me you're a fake fan. But tell me you're a fake fan.
You're a fake fan, Chris Cox, because it would be Blaster and
I know.
Look,
but the flip side,
Jazz.
that's
Even I give you Jazz.
Kind of cool. Hey, speaking of which, did you know the Soundwave? That's that new robot one that transforms like the other ones when you say, the
Roboson.
Autobots roll out. Yeah. Or Decepticons roll out. Yeah, which I would love to have the Grimlock one. But I guess you can use it as like a speaker and it'll play your songs and stuff. And I kind of, if I had to get one, I'd either get Grimlock or that one.
Does he break dance? That'd be kind of fun.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. But you're right. Missed opportunity here. It should have been one of those two. But even then, that's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know what that means exactly. If they're like actually like the figures that play songs or just the computer. I don't know.
On a screen or something.
But that's cool. And that actually is cool. Damn it.
Optimus is soulful about the reason for the song.
That's cool.
Megatron basically makes fun of you for not picking Thrash Rock.
Okay, that's even better.
Oh my God.
Damn it. It's like that Megatron at Universal when those people are fighting and he's the guy, the costume's like, fight, 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 or the robot or whatever, and people controlling it were like, fight, 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 fight. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so on brand.
So Cox emphasized,
cool, damn it, that's cool.
That is kind of cool. Cox emphasized that humans still drive the final creative decisions behind Hasbro products. At the end of the day, it's a bit of garbage in, garbage out. It's really a human that's kind of making the decisions and a human that's inspiring the good ideas and a human that's selecting them and then taking them to the next level. That's how things are going to be made going forward, right? We're not at a place, and I don't think we ever want to be at a place where the AI does everything any more than just like crapping out stuff in Photoshop or whatever 10, 15 years ago. It's like you got to have some skill behind it. But man, the amount of content we can create, the speed at which we can create it just transforms how good we are at being able to bring an idea to life and pitch things. Well, it might be a lot of shit that sits at Ollie's.
Well, that's just it. But beyond this, though, so that's when I was going to say this. Because, he's saying this on one side of his face. And then the other side of his face, he's like, oh, but we're not going to do it with, Magic the Gathering or D&D because those people don't like it. Well, how do you know the people that you're doing the toys for want it either?
Because they ain't complain. I mean, it's as simple as that.
They don't know not to complain. But these guys, it's funny because they're acting like, oh, we would never do that. We already said we wouldn't. I'm like, you guys got busted multiple times trying to push it through.
So I have to wonder if this isn't, I talk about office space and moving the stapler. You basically make it as uncomfortable as possible for somebody to stay at a job so they leave on their own.
Mm-hmm.
I have to wonder if he's not going to just keep pushing the Harry Potter and pushing the AI, just be like, yep, eventually we will weed out the activists in the company. We don't have to fire them. And then we'll just quietly change the way we do everything. Because you can't tell me that Magic the Gathering, which is their biggest moneymaker right now, you can't tell me that they're not going to use AI for Magic the Gathering when they're using it for literally everything else that doesn't make as much money.
Yeah, they're just going to hide it better.
They're going to hide it better. Yeah, they're absolutely using it. People are wondering, I know the Ninja Turtle art in that Ninja Turtle set was not great. And so people are like, is that AI? But I'm like, no, I just think it's really shitty art. So, I mean, they are, again, cranking out so many of these damn sets. They're absolutely positively going to use it if they're not doing it already. And I think that has something to do with people getting gone, whether it's we can get rid of a bunch of people now because we don't need them because of AI, or these people are not going to play ball. So there's a damn door. Get out. Get out. They said, they banned artists from using generative AI in 2023 after fan backlash. A handful of people over AI altered imagery in D&D source books. Cocks himself has consistently spoken out in favor of AI tools' potential in Hasbro, including for D&D. He told a Goldman Sachs conference audience in September of 2024, so a year later, that Wizards should be embracing AI tools, adding that out of the 30 or 40 people he role plays with regularly, not one of them.
Sounds wrong. If you came into this conversation without knowing what he meant, that's just.
Yeah, right. Like, in our BDSM dungeon.
Yes,
I showed them my dragon. Not one of them doesn't use AI somehow for either campaign development or character development or story ideas. He reiterates that in this week's Verge interview too, telling the host that while Hasbro doesn't use AI for D&D, his own laptop is full of. His own laptop is full of AI-generated material.
It just writes itself.
AI-generated material he uses in his own games. He says outside of Wizards, Hasbro does use AI tools extensively. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's coming to D&D. It's coming to Magic. It's probably already here. You just don't hear about it because all the people that would have complained got fired.
Probably.
I mean, you're going to do what you're going to do.
Got fired.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You can't say, hey, we're using these great AI tools. We're using them for every part of the company except the part of the company that makes the most money and would probably benefit the most from being able to speed up the art production process because we make so many damn cards, but we're not going to use it. No, that's dumb because investors would actually call them up and be like, hey, so you're telling me you could make twice as many shitty Magic cards as you're making now and make potentially twice as much money making those shitty Magic cards, and you're not doing it because of ethics.
I'm sorry, I know you said that. Go get a Megatron to tell you you're a little bitch.
You're a little bitch, Cox.
That was shit. Sorry.
Doesn't sound anything. I can't do Megatron. I can't. You got to literally just be Frank Welker. Nobody can do Megatron. Optimus, you get some people that are pretty close to Optimus, but Megatron is like very Frank Welker. It's very hard to do his voice. Anyway, that's okay. They'll just use a robot to replace him at some point. They'll be like, yep, we own Megatron's voice forever. That's it. We own it. I think it's stupid. It's absolutely going to be used in D&D and Magic. I guarantee you it already is right now. You just don't know about it. Because honestly, it's getting to a place right now where it's getting harder and harder to tell.
It doesn't matter if you run a piece of art through it. Was this AI or not? Because here's the thing. If you use digital tools to make it, it's going to say it's AI either anyway. Because Neon's run some stuff through this AI filter on projects that he hand drew.
Yes.
But he used digital, coloring or whatever, and it shows, yes, it's like AI. But it's not.
It was like 70 to 80% sure it was AI. I'm like, there was literally, I drew this before AI existed.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago, and it's like, yes, this is AI.
It's
like, there's
AI.
No way. Yeah, so I mean, you can't even, those aren't even reliable to out the AI art.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's not going to matter. Like, look, I'm telling you, in 2 to 5 years, it's going to be so normalized that this is the way that companies produce digital artwork that nobody's going to give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's what
no,
we're
I can't say
waiting
that. People who are no longer working in the industry will give a shit, but consumers won't give a shit.
I think that's what they're waiting for, is that people just, to forget about it so they can do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, because financially it makes sense. Literally it's the difference between making one game or 10 games. And that's, and they're going to sit in the landfill or sit at Ollie's or whatever. But, who knows? Anyway, we're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.